Sipping on my lean, serve on the serve, how you mean? I said I'm sipping on that lean, came through with my team. Sipping on that lean, came through with a dream. Sipping on my lean, serve on the serve, how you mean? I said I'm sipping on that lean, came through with my team. Sipping on that lean, came through with a dream. Sipping on my lean, my fucking team. Sipping on my lean. Sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. Sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. I said I'm sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. Sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. I said I'm sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. Sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. I said I'm sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. Sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. I said I'm sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. Sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. I said I'm sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. Sipping on my lean and I'm with my fucking team. I said I'm sipping on my lean. and keep me on your mind. 'Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. On the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. 'Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. On the way. Yeah. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Right now.
Pizza. Pizza.
I can't do that. I'll get the. I don't cancel.
Okay, are we live over there? Directly into the mic.
What about now? What about now?
Sure, we were
Check.
live.
Check. Are we good?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Someone knock on that window when we are live, please.
As
They're
soon.
making cue cards for us.
Are they?
It's gonna say, "Shut up! You're too loud. Talking to the mic."
Bro, this
Bro.
like 1970 style. I
Yeah,
love it.
pretty much.
Heck yeah.
We can't see anything because we got to be in the camera view, so we got to be 10 feet back.
Bro, the good thing is that you can see yourself right now in the little camera. I cannot. So I don't know if I look dumb or not.
You're there.
I am there. That's it.
You're there. Talk into the mic.
Talking to the mic is all good. Yeah. Nope. Even dang, bro. I feel molested.
Just turn the gain up on the microphone so we don't have to swallow it, please.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Yes. Hey.
Hey, we are live right now. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Bro, it is our final freaking round of the season.
Freaking round of the season. We're 15 seconds behind on what we're watching. All of this is just goofy, right? I mean, it comes to the means of just wanting to make this happen.
Dude, I mean, we gotta tell people the story. You know, the live stream we started with like a $20,000 package from an amazing company. But hey, we are a beginning series. We don't have that kind of dough, so we are making our own,
Yeah.
and we did.
It was do this funniness or don't do live stream. I am surprised that the other the other pro-ams out there, the other drift series, anyone that freaking has a live stream, how the heck are you guys doing it?
Dude, this is so much work.
Pulls this off somehow. I'm getting the funniest little.
Mike's, Mike is saying, talk.
Talk into the mic. He wants us to swallow it, just so we're loud enough. Oh, somebody turned mine off.
Wait,
hello. Oh my God. Who knows how to use this mic? Mine's been off the whole time.
Seriously?
That's why they keep saying to swallow it.
Oh.
Bro. All right, so I guess I'm the audio guy of all of this, but it doesn't make any sense if I'm over here.
Oh, but dude, it's been
kind of in front of the camera.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right.
Now that the microphone is turned on.
Now we can present.
Now
we can begin.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say this once again, dude. It's been 5 amazing freaking events. We began this as a dream. It's still freaking happening. It is the final round of the season. Right now we're gonna qualify, and dude, what an amazing experience being a business partner with you, dude.
Crazy experience.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us, bro.
I'm glad RJ is proud while we are all tired. Okay, hopefully we can get this show on the road. We are waiting to see a track graphic so that we can talk about that and get that going. This is round 5, hosted by Gearhead Society's helping us out. The graphic is up. So if you were looking at the racetrack right now, this is, what did you deem this? Orange Irwindale?
Orangedale.
Orangedale.
I call it Orangedale.
Okay, so this is a little bit of a combo of a track that we normally start the season off with here. You've, of course, got another left turn on the big bank, zone 1. So you ride zone 1, shoot up to the touch and go, which is just past the little opening. You're not seeing this on the graphic, but there is an opening to exit the track.
Yep.
The competitors have to go and extend to the second wall, which is the grandstand wall. It's kind of complicated to get up there. When you're driving, and I've done a few laps myself, and I know you have, you really have to stare it down, possibly left foot brake, and take the extra effort to get up there.
Yep.
You'll see a good amount of drivers give up basically maybe 5, maybe 20 points, depending on how the judges are scoring it.
Yep.
And so if they acquire that, it really sets them up on a good line, coming down into the power alley, and then shooting over, going into what is outer zone 2, and that is the infield on the apron. Running wide on the infield. Now it is a little bit less grippy through there because it's an apron and it goes slightly downhill. There's paint down in there. There's whatever's been chilling in there. And it's kind of hard to get through there, but you got to fulfill that zone. So competitors will definitely be needing to get on the throttle soon, but left foot braking, keeping angle, running wide all the way through zone 2. And then for this one, that's where that track ends in the earlier rounds. Now we've extended it. We have an inner clip, so we do have inner clip 1.
Yep.
And when you're looking at the actual racetrack, you'll see that on our start, go, finish line for the normal circle track, boys. Get past inner clip 1 and then shooting over to what is now zone 3 on the other side, opposite side of the track, back to the apron, and now we have another right turn. And that's another one of those areas where not a lot of grip if your tire is in the pocket. It's actually, if they try to run away, they can be a few feet in.
Yep.
But the judges will ding them because they're not on the right line. They're trying to run away, but it is faster, right? And once you do see the tracks, I know we're still looking at the graphic, there's white markers down there that we've painted so that you can easily figure that out, but I don't think that white line's going to stay long.
There are 2 key little areas of this track that, for guys, I mean, you're a pro, you definitely see things in a different light than what I see. I'm a pro-am. And that little break where we exit the track, so we have to fill in the whole outer bank, including this little area that goes to the north. That is actually a very interesting sight because the track ends and then it comes back again. So you have to have the guts and the spirit and the eyesight to say, you know what, I'm going to take it that extra 10% and I'm going to really stick it to to go to that outer zone without crashing. And then you have that little power alley, and then when you come back into this little touch and go, dude, you're coming in kind of hot in here, and this little touch and go comes fast. So it's a very weird area, to get it right perfect.
I think it's a fun track.
It is.
And it's definitely got that bump coming off of the touch and go area into the infield. That bump is fun. So, our first competitor, our championship points leader, Dustin Farrell.
Sir.
So, this boy, I asked him earlier, are you concerned? He said, they're definitely after me right now. But let's see his lap. Nice and high initiation on the bank. Quick on the throttle. Smoke shows starting to come about. Let's see if he gets a touch and go. Yes, he does. This is a perfect example of a good qualifying run. Cross power alley into outer zone 2. And you can see him. He's trying to get the little grip. And then once he gets about a quarter of the way through it, he's able to get back on power. Passing inner clip 1. Good job there. A little slow in transition, but nice into outer zone 3. He's actually got his front tires into it. You can see how deep he is in there.
That's exactly what I was talking about. He wins that little extra 10% to close, to getting that line in between the outer zone 1 and then that little extra wall. And then once he exited 2, he did that touch and go perfect. Legit, that was actually what I would have been looking for if I was a judge. He was very, very kind, and he transitioned slow enough to really feel the outer zone 3. So for me, that was a very good clean run.
Yeah, clean run. It's definitely going to be one of the higher runs for the night. Oh, nice fireballs.
Yeah.
It'll probably stick in the, what do you think? Top 10 for sure?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I would say, my own calculations, I will call it like a good 80s.
And we
80s.
are going from the top down, and here is our next points leader, Rome Charpentier. And so he is, I don't have the points in front of me, but he is not many points behind.
No.
We're watching your phone. I'll try to bring it up on my phone. So it's basically going to come down to Dustin or Rome tomorrow, on who gets the championship. There is a really nice fight for second and third place. There's a good amount of guys, but it's really going to come down to Rome and Dustin. These guys would basically have to either A, not qualify, or both get knocked out in the top 32, and Josh would have to go all the way forward and win the event, essentially, to possibly capitalize on it. Hey, stranger things have happened. I've seen it occur. But anyways, right now, let's watch Rome throw it down, and this is not his pro car. This is his street car. Send it, Sally! It makes like 4 horsepower, maybe, on a good day. Nice initiation, high on the wall. I think a handbrake initiation. Low on the wheel speed, but he's up high, really nice. Definitely gets higher than Dustin did, so he's got a better line score going on right now for sure. Just low throttle inputs. Right when I said that, he's blasting away though, right? A little bit more shallow on zone 3, but he is hitting all the marks. I think he was about maybe 2 feet off of inner clip right there. I like how he's very quick onto throttle going into each zone, and that's really going to play a big difference when it comes into tandem. Because he's going to be able to get away, he's going to be able to get on each other's door. Nice run.
Yeah, so Rome was, he's been all season long very consistent into outer zone 1. He keeps it very nice and close into the wall, and then, of course, and fills it into that other wall that we talked about. This little power alley has been, a great area for him every single time. And E36s, they tend to really bite forward and really kind of move, from some other cars. And then now, over here in outer zone 2, in comparison to Farrell, Rome was a little farther out, which is very interesting, which that actually shot him farther away from the touch and go, and also from outer zone 3. So still, it was an amazing run, but there was a little bit of, give and take right there. So, and actually, we have the score for Dustin Farrell. He got an 88.
An 88?
88.
Aha.
I said high 80s. Yep, 88 for Dustin Farrell. That was great.
So up next, Josh Mason. And so I'm looking at the scores ahead of me. Currently, Dustin's got 301 points, and Rome's got 279. So he's only 22 points behind, whereas Josh Mason is 235 points. So he's 66 points behind. So again, a much harder fight for Josh to possibly get the championship and win. I don't even know if we've got to tell everybody an additional $5,000 tomorrow night.
Yep, we have not told that. They are hearing it first. The season winner gets an extra $5,000 that they did not know about.
I think their spotters are hearing it right now.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's see what Josh has got. He missed round one. He was building this fresh new car, and I'm absolutely excited that he's here with it. Nice big flick entry, high on the wall, really quick, on throttle, a little bit of a bobble, but he's making it stick really good. Nice and high into the touch and go, through the dip. And, dude, the throttle commitment through the middle was great. Into zone 2, it's floating a little bit. He's fighting to stay out there. Half and a choke up, just a tad. Quick transition. I think he missed it by about a foot, but I like that flick into 3. Nice, confident momentum. Nice smoke show. That's a good built car right there. I knew when Josh was going to come in, he was going to come in with a ripper.
And he built that in 10 months. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? You said one thing that is so important. He's actually amongst the contenders of the top 3. But he missed one round.
He missed one round.
So that actually speaks a lot of his skill.
He has a 0 for round 1. He did not show up to round 1. Let's see, what did he get? He got a 53 on round 2.
Yep.
And then podium, your number 1 finisher for round 3.
Yep.
And then round 4 got an 82. I don't know exactly his finish. I think 4th, right, for round 4.
Yeah, he did.
And so yeah, he has
No,
been
third.
Third.
Yep.
He has been, yeah, oh, him and Dustin
Yep.
were both podium
Yep.
back to back.
Yep.
Podium drivers consistently. I think that's our first 2 consistent podium drivers. TJ Hunt did a great job last
He did
year.
it last year.
Yeah.
With Rome also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a new year. These guys are absolutely crushing it. Now we got Margaritas Cantanitas.
So, and I don't know if we showed it, but we actually got Rome Charpentier's score, and he got an 84.
84 for
So
Rome.
Dustin Farrell got an 88, Rome got an 84, and Josh Mason got an 86. I mean, no, you know, it makes sense. These are contenders from the top down, and they are putting some really good scores.
I just got a signal from Matt Perkins, and I have no idea what he was trying to tell me. It looked like he was trying to squeeze
A burger? A cheeseburger?
I guess a burger.
Yeah.
It's tight. Tight scores, yeah. Judges are definitely critiquing it. Let's see what Margaritas gets tonight. I know he is hungry. He has been practicing, just came from Pro Spec. Here we go. Big initiation, big flick into a handbrake, nice and high in the wall. He's modulating the throttle. He's not sticking to it, but he is high into the touch and go through the power alley. Let's see, waiting for throttle. He's kind of off a little bit, but then into zone 3, nice and strong. Sorry, zone 2, but it's very strong through there. Loud and proud. Let's see. Inner clip, looking good there. He didn't smack it, so that's nice. Coming into 3, a little bit of a bobble, but he is confident going to the end of it.
I think that was the best touch and go so far. It was very close, it was very tight. You mentioned it. You know, he did a little bubble going into outer zone 3, but if there was a chase, if there was a tandem situation, that was going to be a hard chase in that little touch and go.
You know, for me, it's like we're up here in the tower. There's always going to be a sound delay. We're looking through a big piece of glass. But he initiated, and then there wasn't a lot of sound, right? So it's like he was floating off throttle. Maybe he was at like 25%. Yeah. Maybe he wasn't confident. Just the car didn't grip up perfectly the way he wanted to. But he wasn't just like on throttle the way that Dustin Rome and Josh was.
Yep.
So there is a possible difference in that. We don't know how the judges will score that. We're in a completely different box. They probably can't hear us at all. We'll see what they're looking for. We'll try to get one of the judges over here to give us a quick critique of it. Actually, let's see. Let's holler at a judge. Phone a judge? If we can get one of them over here to give us a quick breakdown of exactly what they're looking for. We are merely speculating, right?
Yes, sir.
That's all we really can do. We think we know what we're doing.
Dude, and you know what? Exactly as Matt said, the scores are super freaking tight.
What did Margaritas get?
Margaritas got an 80s. Oh, hold on. There's still some changes.
Scores are coming in.
He's in the 80s.
Next up, another Pro Spec driver, Sam Magumi.
Sai Megumi. Yep. And Margaritas got an 84.
Margarita's an 84. So you can see that, like, just it's slight bobbles here and there, and these guys aren't making the same mistakes, right? You got one guy making a mistake on throttle pickup on the bank, another guy hesitating to come into zone 2. So these mistakes weigh out, and then you end up kind of with the same score.
Yeah.
You know. And we did start from the top with our championship drivers. So we'll see how the rest of the drivers are able to look at how the judges are scoring and see what that they can change. You know, is it like a big throttle night? Is it a big commitment night into zone 3?
Yeah.
We'll see what they're all looking for. But here goes Sam Magumi. He's got a brand new wrap. His car used to be blue for the most part. Now we're yellow, rocking that black and yellow, black and yellow. Same type of initiation as Margaritas with the faint into handbrake. I really like how he's riding that wall. That's a smoke show and looking good.
Oh, yeah.
All the smoke, but he was a little bit off of the touch and go. Nice commitment going into zone 3. He is probably getting all the line points right now with that left foot brake to hold him out there. You can see his back tire just creasing that line. A little bit off of inner clip, a little bit of low angle transition into 3, but he's getting it. I think if he could have thrown it in a little bit harder, that'd have been a little more impressive. But good run overall. I think we can expect this to be right there with the rest of the group.
Very, very, very good. I actually was talking with a few drivers. Actually, it is by far our biggest round with the most Pro 2 drivers as there is. We have Sam, we have Brutsky, we have Ben Hobson, we have Hansen.
Pro Spec boys are in town.
Bro,
Yeah.
we are partying together.
Yeah,
And
well-
actually, a lot of them are pissed. They want to come and they want to freaking slay.
Yeah, they want to win. They want to win the $5,000. You know, and some aren't part of the championship points, but they're here to, you know, possibly wreck it for someone.
Ugh.
You know, so hopefully we don't get any crazy, you know, spoilers on that part, and it'll play out how it can. But you never know, man. We have a few guest drivers. Ben Hobson's a guest driver. Who else do we got as a guest driver? Cameron Moore. Formula D driver, Pro 1. Used to drive SC300 and then the 8.6.
Yeah.
Right? What was it? Nameless?
Nameless
Yeah.
86. Yeah.
Yeah, dude is an absolute ripper. I got to drive with him earlier. Actually, maybe tapped him a little bit.
No.
You know, pro car versus, he legit told me he hasn't driven in 3 years and hopped into his Corvette practice car. And that was like his third lap. But anyways, Rudy Hansen is up in the Hansen Racing S14. Is that a 13? That's a 13,
That's
right?
a 13.
Got that 14 front, 13 rear.
No, 13,
Or
13.
Is it 13?
Yeah, 13.
I can't tell. He's got the funny headlights. Oh, he's got the brick headlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, we're way up in a box. Trying to see. It's got them black wheels out in the back, but the yellow up front. I like having the bright wheels. I think that really helps show your skill level and what you're doing. But it is a blessing and a curse. As I run white wheels, I get dinged all the time for little bobbles of the wheels.
Yeah.
Like, I am legit thinking about running black wheels in FD, but like making it mandatory, no black wheels in outfit.
Dude, actually, a lot of people were asking about that.
It's just-
Mason was actually asking about that earlier today.
Colored
so.
wheels are so much cooler. Come on. What do
Yeah.
you want to be on? A spaceship?
Always.
You're just hoverboarding? All right, Rudy Hansen,
Let's
let's
go,
see
Rudy.
what you got, buddy. I know that this dude is hungry and wants to get it. Nice. He's floating on the bank. Here comes the smoke show. Nice wall ride into touch and go. Big dip. His car suspension's working. Nice. Off throttle bang, shaboom, into zone 3. Takes out the outer clip, but he is floating that zone. Little on-off modulation. Didn't have a big rotation around the inner clip as well. I feel like he started off strong, but there's something kind of going on with this car right now.
Yeah.
And he did not finish off with a lot of angle towards the end.
You know what? This was not the same Rudy Hansen that we see every single round. I think entering into the outer zone too, something happened. I don't know if it was a little misfire or what, but his car did not react the way how it always does.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the score is going to be. It's probably going to be somewhere in the low 80 to high 70, I would imagine. But definitely Rudy is someone who I would think would come in and just throw down an 89, 90 for
100%.
sure. So a couple bobbles on there, blew out the rear end. We got some clipping points everywhere. Is he out of the car? He's out of the car.
He's out of the car. Yep.
Massaging. So I think on his first lap, he wanted to go ham and did tap the wall. And he
Okay.
did have to cruise off with either a broken wheel or suspension. So he has not had the best practice night tonight for sure. He's had a couple gremlins, and who knows what's going on with that. His car looks cool though.
He blew his whole rear end right now. I mean, a cone literally destroyed
Right.
his whole rear end. So yeah,
Looking like
that
John
must
Schaefer.
have been a little. That must have been a little part of of a little, practice aggression a little while ago.
And you guys will have to excuse some of the picking on or jokes if we do make. We're probably too good of friends with most of these drivers, right?
Dude.
We drink beers, hang out.
It's
houses,
so hard to
talk
be
on
here
the
and not
phone.
drive.
Yeah,
It is
it's tough.
so
I
hard.
luckily brought my car and did 4 laps.
I didn't. Oh my God.
So much extra work that's unnecessary. Look at that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can really see if you're checking that out. Like,
That's-
these things don't even have rear ends in them anymore. These cars are just skeletons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I make him on.
Big duck club right there, buddy.
So all right. So actually, Sam Magumi got a 77.
Mhm.
Most likely, you guys already saw that on the screen. But Sam Magumi got a 77, and Rudy Hansen got a 72.
All right.
Exactly what you were saying. Low 70s. Something happening there. It was not his common self.
Yep.
And speaking of the devil, there is Mr. Schaefer.
Mr. John Schaefer with all his body panels. Thank you, sir. I very much appreciate that you did that, because that car looks freaking awesome when it has all the panels, right?
Big Duck Club, baby.
If that dude can get his suit made like that, and I do know his title sponsor is Schaefer Oil. He's a character, man. I really love this guy. He comes out and just puts his heart into everything that he does. Super loud car. Big nasty entry. He used to do a big faint flick entry. Now he's got more of this like shotgun straight line entry. You'll see this dude blaze the tires off probably 50% before he even gets into the outer zone.
Yeah, and actually, just to say something, Brandon Wicknick was supposed to be here, but he's
Yeah,
not.
he called me. He's like, hey, dude, I blew my motor up. I'm sorry. So here we go. John Schaefer into outer zone 1. Big, quick entry into it. Not a lot of smoke and a little bit off the wall, but it is blazing through there. Here comes the smoke show, getting on throttle. He's got a full brand new suspension under there. I know he's running the Wise Fab. He's got it all brand new. That thing is just nasty. Woo! I want to say he threw in the Wise Fab, and he might be a little bit too gripped up in some points. I'm surprised that he missed some of those zones.
That car is so loud. It's even loud in here.
Wow. I'm actually going to go close the door.
So as we were saying, actually Brandon Wicknick was supposed to be here, but he blew his engine. He gave us a call and he was like, guys, sorry boys, I am not going to be able to make it. So that's that for Brandon. I mean, and he was 7th in ranking right now. So John Schaefer came in, he did his run, which was 8th. He played definitely something good. Actually, I was doing a practice session with him last week, and he did tell me that he is getting used to his new rear Wise Fab setup. He had to change the subframe and a few other things. So, and he just thought, hey, I'm just gonna change the Wise Fab and get maybe even more gripped up. But there was a lot of stuff. So, and right now, what is coming? John Schaefer with a 62. 62 from John Schaefer. And from my view, what happened is that he actually missed a lot of outer zone 3. He kind of exited early outer zone 2 as well. He didn't position himself well for the touch and go, which led him to be out of the zone 3. And that, of course, as we mentioned, led him to a 62. So Schaefer, 62 on the board. We know why. We all saw it.
Surprisingly low for Schaefer, but he still looks good.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get someone to turn on Kyle's headlights.
A rotary engine.
Sorry, I just like when cars have headlights on.
Yep.
They look so much cooler with headlights.
It's at night.
No headlights.
There you
Hey,
go.
headlights, nice. So
All
Kyle
right.
Mohan, Renewable Lubricants, Mazda MX-5, Mazda Tricks. I was on his team for a little bit. We were teammates, so I kind of know a little bit about him. Nasty initiation. This freaking 3-rotor is just awesome. Dude, up on the wall, gangster out, touch and go through the power alley. Kyle is on one right now. Good job, dude. Through outer zone 2, nasty rotary sounds. His whole car fits in the box. I love it. Dude, here goes past inner clip 1. Great job on that. Going into outer zone 2, I would like to see more angle and then quickly on throttle, but kind of a slow rotation into that. It's just freaking nasty.
Dude, I have
Great
to say,
run.
he was glued to the wall. That was wild.
If I were judging, I feel like that would be number 1 qualifier right now. but maybe I'm being biased by all the sound biggity
Yeah.
booms.
I mean,
what do you think? I'm thinking he's got an 89, and now he's got fireballs. Look at that. Poppity poppity boom 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 pop. But you know what? So if you guys
Doritos.
notice, I lean very heavy on line. I really like when drivers have a nasty flick initiation and they're quick on line and quick on throttle. Some people you'll notice that maybe they're not as worried about line, but they really like big flicks and big angle, right?
Yeah.
But not as much on line. I'm just a line style driver. That's what I really like. I feel like that's a hard thing to do with the walls.
I'm a line person myself, and that's why I have to say, you know, I mean, I saw his car, it was glued to the wall. He exited into the power alley in a very sick, nasty way, and he went into outer zone 2, super nice. However, exiting outer zone 2 and going into outer zone 3, I did see a little bit of a wobble. He went and he stopped. You know, it was a little too slow. And we actually just got his score, and he got an 80.
80. So that tells you that I believe the judges are probably weighing pretty heavy on entering into outer 3, probably like the transitions. They're probably very heavy on that tonight as opposed to line.
Yeah.
Right? He had the line down everywhere it needed to be. But again, like I said, he was kind of slow in transition into 3. And, you know, those are impactful moments. They're literally right in front of the judges. So if you lose that impact, you're definitely going to lose some score.
Yes, sir.
So
We
here
have
we go.
Jason Kim going next.
Jason Kim, the gatekeeper. This boy has been drifting as long as I have, and his car is nice and quiet out here. Definitely an alternative to what we just listened to.
2JZ ripping. I think it still has an exhaust.
Dude, this sounds like a street car.
Yeah.
Is he sponsored by Python?
Dude, I think he is.
We've got to figure that out. There's
chicken
chicken on the side of his car. We haven't figured that out yet. But he's hitting all the marks. Outer zone 2 and 3 is looking really good. It's just a different animal when you have
Yeah.
such loud cars come up and then you have a very quiet
Yeah.
car come up.
I mean, when I started drifting, you know, he was the one to beat.
Yeah.
Like literally, you know,
Yeah.
I battled against him, and you know, I had a good battle. He beat me all 3 times that I was.
Yeah, I think he is top drift champion like 3 times in a row, kind of a thing.
So he was amazing. And then, you know, the last time that I actually drove with him, maybe last year, I actually was on his door and I was very aggressive. And then I really started to think, man, he was the gatekeeper. And now we all have moved up in levels, and it's kind of wild how
Well,
it's.
his car is pretty simple, I want
Yeah.
to say. He did a great job with just driving skill, and his car is pretty simple of a build. I would say that thing could be a street car, no problem.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And here we go, Javier Martinez, coming from Arizona. This dude's actually rocking the same Edelbrock supercharger that I used to rock and
That now
sold
I
to
have.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Graphic is up. We're knocking on the door.
And
67.
67.
67.
67.17 to be exact.
Damn.
We have a very
0.17.
yeah, we have a very big point system, you know, that Matt did. So we were running into situations where it was just 67 over time. So we had to get those decimals going to see which went a little higher.
You know, you think we would know everything to what we're doing because we created this. But how the heck did he get a .17? What's going on over there?
I mean, bro, there's something. You know,
That's interesting. All right, Javier Martinez, Edelbrock Supercharger, V8. This is your like plug and play. I'm gonna go kick some ass kind of a car right here. This dude's definitely been moving up. Straight line approach to a handbrake. Doing a good job in outer 1, but like 3 feet off the wall. It's kind of like a fast safe run at this point, but he is moving into outer 2. He's floating pretty good. He did tell me that he just put a bunch of new suspension under his car, had some problems with his shocks, towers, but I think he's overcoming the problems that he has, and it's looking really good.
Yep. He was a little far out, as you mentioned, out of outer zone 1. Touch and go, he was incredibly fast. I think one of the fastest one of the whole night. But he filled only half of outer zone 2. He actually left early, positioned himself decently well for the touch and go, and then went into outer zone 3, and he was, you know, in between. I don't know. As a judge, I would deem that more in the high 70s.
Yeah, I was gonna go like 73 to 76 range.
Yeah.
Definitely like a fast-paced run. We are going down the list of
Correct.
drivers. Some of the drivers got more seat time. He was in Pro Spec last year.
Last year.
Yeah. I think he did like 2 years of pro spec. So he's someone that I'm excited to see in Hot Pit. And taking this serious. He's been here all year long. We've got a graphic up.
So, Javi Martinez, 64.
We were both so wrong. We were both so
How
wrong.
the heck?
We're being too nice. Screw it.
Alright, does it mean?
I think what it really is we gotta get a judge over here and see what their criteria is.
You know what?
I'm betting it's going into outer zone 2 and 3,
Yeah.
and the flick into it.
Yeah. One of the things we were talking, about the progression of drivers in Hot Pit. Like literally, just in 1 year, we saw skill level jump like tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
We had TJ Hunt, which, yeah, everybody he says he's a YouTuber, but he's actually a freaking great driver.
Oh, this guy rips.
And he was one of our top drivers last season, and this season he's actually in the middle pack. People are stepping up.
He did miss the last round.
That's true.
He did miss the last round. But let's see his run up. He is in a 370Z, something I know a lot about. Nice freaking wall ride there, buddy. I would say, that's the fastest into the wall ride that we've had. Definitely some bobbling, some even, but his line is on point. I like that. Here he goes shooting into outer zone 2. I like the momentum that he carried all the way through there. A little bit of left foot braking. You can see the car kind of settle down, slow up through there. Great job on inner clip 1. Had his nose right on there. Missed outside zone 3 a little bit. He was just a few feet off. But great momentum. He finishes off strong with a lot of angle. I was going to say Javi seemed like he exited out with a straight line.
Yeah.
But good run here by TJ.
Yep, bone stock 370Z with nitrous. So, it has to be maybe 400 horsepower on a good day, I would say. He did bring his Supra, his new build, his A90, I think round 3? And he showed that he was freaking ripping. And then I think he took it to the East Coast for one of the other events. So he's back in the 370Z, and yeah, he's doing decently well. Actually, he has done always very well with that car.
With the Z.
Yeah, with the Z.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of practice time in the Z. I think he that car suits him pretty well.
Yeah.
He got a few gremlins with the Supra. I don't know if that thing has been like torn down in its full race car, or if it's still got a lot of the stock components, stock suspension, like steering scenario. Does that car have a
It's
electric?
Everything.
Does it have an electric steering wheel?
From,
New car. Could be
from
funny.
OEM, yes.
Yeah, I don't know if he still has that, if he's got some funny stuff going on there. There's a lot of things that, you change out pro car wise and just want to go simple.
Basically, just put everything E92.
Is that Miguel running across the track right there?
That is Miguel. VIP.
Shout out to Miguel. I don't know if that's him. It's so far away, but that guy has been MVP lately.
Yeah.
All the track staff guys, you freaking rock. All these dudes putting in work. We've been
Very
here.
much.
We've been here since what? You got here at 8.
7 years.
Graphic is up. TJ Hunt's got a score 69. Nice.
69.
69.18.
All right.
Okay, here is Blaze Potts. Now,
Dude, is that his real name?
I don't know if it's his real name, but he's driving an FC, so I'm partial here. He
Yeah.
gets an extra 5 points. I don't care what you do. I'm not judging, so I can say that.
Blaze Pod. Actually, so far he is our live stream fan favorite. Every single time he goes and he runs, the live stream goes crazy. They're like, oh my gosh, he's got a freaking FC. It's so freaking wild. And you know what? It is true. It is a freaking dope FC.
Dude, it looks good. He's one of the last people running an FC. I've
Yeah.
really got to get my FC back out here. I'm excited to see what he does. He does really drive really hard.
Yeah.
And he drives that car to its fullest ability. Let's see what he's got. Straight line run, handbrake into it, little puff of the smoke, back on throttle. Good line, misses touch and go. A little bit of a bounce right there through the power alley. Always missing all of outer 2. I'm not going to try to hype anyone up anymore. It's not going well. Nice big flick past the inner clip. Into outer zone 3. Fills it all, but kind of low angle towards the end.
Yeah, the entry was, very straightforward. Not really a lot of flick, just, handbrake, going to the wall. He kept it very close. He exited kind of slow in comparison to other drivers, and definitely missed all of outer zone 2, which actually set him very poorly for the touch and go. He was pretty far, but then he kind of fixed things in outer zone 3. So it's one of those things to where, man, you did so well in the beginning, middle, kind of,
It's still an FC.
busted and
It's still cool. Now you got to wonder. We were practicing during the day. It's nighttime now, and
Yeah.
the temperatures are dropping very quickly. This is something that always affects people.
Definitely.
Are they going up in air pressure? Are they getting gripped up too much?
Yeah.
So that's a scenario that you always got to work with. Some of these, I don't know. I feel like the oval tracks almost get affected more than flat tracks than like road courses. I'm not sure why. Irwindale is a track that gets really different temperatures.
Yep.
Graphic is up.
We got a 53 place spot with a 53. It made sense,
Yeah, I think
missing
so.
that outer zone too. Really drop a few points.
So who do we got? DJ Stuckstad is not here.
He's not. I think
He
he
is
also
absent.
blew his engine, right?
Ah, no. Did he?
I think so.
That's a bummer. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Josh Stewart.
Yes, sir.
Josh Stewart just got 4th place at Hollyfest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
LS
did.
Fest, Hollyfest,
Yeah.
whatever they call it.
LS
Yeah,
Fest.
LS Fest. Congrats on that, buddy. Hopefully you can carry that momentum into this one. Nice quick entry. Big pop the handbrake up on the wall. Right in that wall. Nice. Leaving his mark. Gets a tire into the second down to the power alley. Let's see if he picks up throttle. Yes, he does. Picks up throttle really nice and early. He is confident tonight. He has got that back tire all up in the zone. Holy smoke. Good on inner clip 1 and nice into outer zone 3. Oh, but what's going on at the exit? Oh no. Dude, I feel like he just had probably in the mid to high 80s and then just kind of dropped the ball in the end there.
That was
Bummer.
my favorite outer zone too.
Dude, the confidence of like getting on throttle was great.
Dude, that power alley to outer zone 2 was freaking beautiful. I loved it. I think it was the best one, perhaps, of the night. And then just, going out of outer zone 3, man. Things happen. Things happen. Actually, he used to drive a fully built RX-8, LS RX-8, quick change, dog box, the whole thing. And he never really had a lot of luck with that car. He switched to his best, and he's been doing freaking very well. Yeah.
Okay, up next, Casey Chavez. Oh wait, we got a graphic. Hold on. 66. Oh, that had to hurt him so bad at the very end there.
Yeah, he was in the 80s for sure.
Yep.
And then one of our newcomers, Casey Chavez. So he actually drove with us last round for the first time. And he got 4th.
He reminds me of like one of the kids from Home Improvement. Definitely aging myself right there. But if you've seen Home Improvement, he just reminds me of like, what's his name, the middle kid?
Oh my gosh.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, but anyways, this dude can definitely drive. He got 4th in the last round.
Yep.
Freaking ripper.
I've driven with him so much. I know his style. I mean, man, I'll tell you his story after this.
I hope so. So, let's see if he brings that same confidence. Big flick, handbrake initiation up on the wall. You can see his tail lights shining off of it, but not a lot of smoke. Gets a tire into the second zone. Waiting for it. A little bit late on throttle pickup, I think. I feel like that could have been a little bit stronger. It's coming out of the zone. Going to miss a little bit of points there. And slow rotation around inner clip 1.
Yeah, he went into outer zone 1. It was, fairly clean. It was a good chaseable run, in my opinion. The power alley, not as fast as the other cars. Definitely went to outer zone 2, but he exited early. Once again, you have to exit in the right time because that truly could put you in or out of that.
While we have a
area.
quick second, tell me the story.
Dude, he's only been driving for a few years. He got an E46 about a year and a half ago. Him and I started practicing a lot. And then he told me, RJ, I want to drive at HOTPIT. But he had no competition experience whatsoever. 0. He pestered me for like a year. He was like, RJ, please let me drive. So finally, when we did, even the opportunity this last round, he called me. I enjoyed it right now. I'm going to show you guys why I want to be here.
Nice. And the score is up 74.22.
Yeah.
Good job.
And dude, so he did bring it.
I wonder what his qualifying was in the last round versus getting 4th. Because, you know, it's always one of those things. You do not have to qualify high. You know, these guys have only got maybe 8 laps, maybe 10 laps tonight.
I think he qualified mid high also.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, you know, you've always got dudes who are just absolute rippers in battles, and then dudes who are just rippers in qualifying.
Yep.
You know?
And now we got Austin Kriegel, a guy that he showed up all of last year for us, and he did very well. He's from Arizona. And he missed the earlier part of the season because he had a baby, I think, right?
Did he have a baby?
I think so.
Baby
Or his
maker.
wife. Yeah.
I would think that his wife did that.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Martin.
well, you don't know.
He had a party. Let's go, buddy. Off the cradle. Let's see this now. Confident entry, high in the wall. Ooh, a little tap action right there. Stays in it though. I love watching all the cars, different suspension work through that bump. Missing a little bit of outer zone through there, but pretty good on the inner clip. You can see it just waver with the wind. Great job on outer zone 3. Hopefully he sticks it all the way to the end.
That was nice. I mentioned this, you know, just like you, I'm a line guy, but something that is very important for me is the run chaseable. You know, you could have a good line, you could have a good style, but is the run chaseable? As long as I see fluidity, for me, you know, that is worth at least in my mind. And that was very good.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the big angle drivers. You know, of course, you got Forrest versus freaking Forsberg.
Yeah.
Years ago. Gangster angle, hard to chase. This is one of those scenarios. You literally got half the field who were like all about the angle, all about the style, and the other half who were all about the line, and then cut and dry as far as points. You gotta love the drifting community on how
Yeah.
freaking different it can be.
Yep.
What do we
And he got a 72.
72.21.
Austin Kriegel, 72. Good stuff. And right now, all the replays that you guys are seeing, they are presented by LADVX.
They've been a big help.
Amazing.
Mr.
help.
Eddie Core.
Eddie Core.
If a lot of you guys have seen some badass drone footage, it's probably Eddie Core.
Oh, yeah.
Dude just absolutely rips. He's done a bunch of stuff for me, Dean Kearney, all kinds of guys.
Dude, for Ferrari, for Lamborghini,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
everybody and their mother.
Pretty much helped step us up with all these cool cameras that we've got going on, the drone footage that you're watching right now. Can't thank that dude enough.
Yeah,
Sure.
legit.
There's a lot of these guys, right?
Yeah.
Let's give a quick run down the list.
Man, sponsors, you know, we are so thankful. Status Racing, Prisma Labs, Action Clutch, Tire Stacks, Renewable Lubricants, J&A Racing Oil, Big Duck Club, Jeff Jones Racing, Big Drift Energy, Flavor Express, K&N Filters, K1 Racing Gear, Wisefab, and LADVX.
Yeah, can't forget the tire brands. Of course, Kinda Tires, Valino. I know Valino's in the house right now.
Yes, sir.
Vitor Tires, they're in the house. Zestino, I think they're, Chris might be showing up tomorrow. GT Radio, one of my tires that I run.
Yep.
Appreciate those guys. Of course, we got their big tent. And then
That's it.
that's it for that point. But,
Yeah.
dude, sponsors, you cannot do it without them. Here we go, Pablo Cabrera. Brand new motor in this car. I was talking to him earlier. He just rebuilt this one. I believe he said it makes about 800 horsepower, and he was talking about he'd probably be better off at 600. Oh, a little bit of washout in the front end there. So I'm always curious, like when the front end washes out, is that a lack of front grip or too much rear grip? You know, in the scenario that it happened, was he like off throttle and the front came out, or was he on throttle and then it just like pushed the front out? Actually, in Utah, I was doing a lead run in front of Forest Wing, and I went to go flick it right into what would be outer zone 2 there, very similar to like our outer zone 2 here, but basically went to left foot brake it and just had too much grip in the rear end and just pushed the front end right off, and I just went shooting right into the dirt.
Oh,
That was fun.
man.
It's the only time I went in the dirt all weekend, but that was fun.
Oh, man.
I don't know if maybe my left foot hit the brake pedal before the gas pedal did, or just the timing was a little bit off. I should have been like lighting it up on the gas pedal before I came off the clutch and threw it up. Just a mistake on my end. Well, anyways, here comes a loud Mustang. Say hello.
Hello. at our event last round.
Oh, sorry, bud.
Yeah, so now this is actually a brand new engine, and he just got his scores with a 5-0, a 50. So Pablo Carrera with a 50. Coming up next, we have Elliot Bright in a supercharged Coyote.
Mr. Workout. I hate workout goes everywhere. All the workout stuff. Nice and high on the wall. I like how we like handbrake and let it float up to there. Riding the wall really nice. Big smoke show. Loudness. Oh! That is going to be not good. Totally almost took out the start line. This thing is exciting. You can't transition fast enough to the right side. Did he upshift like that?
A lot of left foot braking. A lot of left foot braking.
There,
I think
there was some energy there.
Yeah, definitely. Some big drift energy. 100%.
Big drift energy.
Yeah. So Outer Zone 1 was actually very nice. Power Alley, seemed pretty good, but the entry into Outer Zone 2, that was just long.
Yeah, no, I think that was probably 3 or 4 tires off. And all right, and let me explain this because it's probably a good time to. HOTPIT Autofest does not have zeros. Now, there are scenarios. I mean, I'm sure 90% of you drift fans out there just smacked your head and said, "What? You don't have zeros?" No, we don't. What we have is very large deductions. When you watch skateboarding and the guy, flops that trick, he continues to do his tricks, right? And he doesn't just stop doing his trick. So in this instance, the judges will deem that, he'll not get scores for possibly that point. Let's say if it was 3 tires off, they'll continue scoring the run, right? He's gotten scores all the way up until that point. So he may be sitting on like a 30 or a 40, but then he made that mistake right there. So essentially they'll kind of stop judging it from that point on when we're qualifying, but he'll get like a 40 with a 0.
Yep.
So let's say someone else comes out here and they're crushing it and they spin out like at the finish line, right? They don't make it all the way through. They might have a badass run and they got like a 90. They'll have a 90 with a 0. And so what happens is somebody who's got a 53, who had the 53? Josh Stewart?
Pablo Carrera. 50.
Pablo Cabrera had a 53. His 53 will be higher than a 90 with a 0.
Yep.
Right? Because it's a full score. It was a full pull. And here's our graphic. Let's see what he got. A 39. So I wonder if that's with a 0 or not a 0.
That is with a very large deduction. That is for sure.
Is that with a 0? Let's find out from the judges if that's with a 0.
Yeah.
Can you run and find out from the judges if that was with a 0 or not? I don't know what if it says it.
Yep. So just that transition on the touch and go, I think it was just too. I don't know. There was the
he was going hard, right?
The radius wasn't smooth. That was an unchaseable run for me. Like the guy, the chase driver.
With a 0?
39 with a 0, I think.
I would assume that was 39 with a 0.
Yeah.
Our scoreboard doesn't show us that part of it.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, if I was chasing that line,
so that back to that point, that would be an unchaseable run.
Yep.
Right. So it'd be scored up until that point, and then it'd be like deemed unchaseable. Here we go.
Right. This is Jake Gonzalez.
He's a big sim drifter.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah, I think he's our youngest competitor.
19? 18?
Yeah.
Dang.
Sponsored by Grandpa.
And whatever it says on the side of his car. It's hard to read. Okay, so this is going to be the same scenario where he is scored up until that point, and it'll be a score with a 0. I'm actually going to run across to the judges and clarify the last two.
Yep. So basically what happened here is exactly as Jeff mentioned, and I'm going to make it a little bit more or a little bit clearer if you guys didn't understand that, but we have the run. We continue the run even if the car straightens. Like in this case, we still do the points of whatever happened until it became flat or whatever. So we are adding. Okay, he straightened. Basically, he gets that points and then plus a 0. I don't know if I made it more confusing or not, but that is our judging criteria. It has worked. And right now, Jake Gonzalez got a 0.2. His score was so low that he got a 0.2 in that sense. So actually, but I do see some scoring here. So no, actually he got a 20. He got a 20 with a 0. So coming up next is Shelly Hansen, Rudy Hansen's wife. She is one of our 3 female competitors, and this chick is an athlete. Legit, she is incredible. So Shelly Hansen.
Shelly Hansen is a freaking ripper who beat her husband. Knocked him out of the top 32.
I seen her practice today, and she was ripping some things.
Yeah.
Actually, she was ripping some Pro 2 guys. So I'm excited to see what she scores.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what she does for the rest of her career because she is definitely kicking ass. Also a sim driver who gets a lot of laps in. So I did clarify about Elliott Bright. That was a full pull. They watched the replays. He was only 2 tires off with all the smoke that happened over there.
Yeah.
But huge deduction, right?
Yep.
So that's why you got the 39. And then over here, you can see the 0 right there.
Yep. So he got a 20 with a 0. All right, there you go, Shelly Hansen going.
Shelly Hansen, big entry, but I see that she's left foot braking before she gets in there. I think she was a little bit nervous. She's probably lower on the bank than most of our competitors so far. This is announcer's curse when we're hyping her up.
Yep.
Into zone 2, she is deep into it, but we're waiting to see like the big smoke show that she normally pours on. Past outer 1. Outer 3, again, I feel like the cars are running a little bit tight right now and not the normal fast-paced run that we would see with that. But still a good run overall.
I think weather is a factor right now because she was actually sticking it to the wall earlier today. She was really having a very good line. And for this qualifying run, she did not do what she was doing all in practice. So most likely she gripped up a lot. And as you guys know, in colder weather, you tend to grip up a little bit more.
By the way, it rained earlier. It was sprinkling.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, we had a good amount of sprinkles for a little bit. Here, we got Chris Lykup, one of our judges. Let's let him tell you what he's weighing heavy on and why the scores are going the way that they are. So go ahead into the microphone, sir.
Hey guys, so I am judging the line right now with everything it is for outer zone 1. Touch and go 1, we're doing 5 points for that if you are all the way in the box. If you get a tire on the line, you're getting 3 points. For outer zone 2, we're doing 10 points if you fill the whole zone. Inner clip, we are doing 5 points if you're like right on it. And then same thing for outer zone 3, we're doing 10 points as well. So we want to see 2 tires in all the outer zones.
Get in, my bro. They can't hear most of what you just said.
Okay. So just to re-clarify, for
Sorry.
outer zone 1, we're doing 10 points. Touch and go, we're doing 5 points max. Outer zone 2 and 3, 10 points, and the inner touch, we're doing 5 points.
Sorry. Real quick, score the fit. Look, you're gonna see me grab your head right now. So, are you weighing really heavy on going into 3? There you go. Look, eat the mic. Again, this is what happens when you're all friends.
I mean, if you're going into 3, you should be getting your 2 tires in there at the beginning of the zone. So I am definitely weighing in on it. If you're 2 tires in, you know, depending on how well you fulfill that zone throughout, you know, deducts points and gives you more points or so. So, all right, I got to judge this for you guys.
Back to it, bud. Back to it.
All right, and Shelly Hansen got a 50.
Yep.
Shelly Hansen got a 50. And who's going next? Anton Rykov. Ooh, our RDS boy. Anton Rykov from Russia, former competitor of RDS.
And this is one of Mike Less's old cars. I don't know if this was his last pro car that he had, that he retired in. But good, nice solid run up the wall. Nice big smoke show. Nice fluid on throttle. Big handbrake into outer zone 2. Back on throttle. It's like 50% throttle through there, it sounds like. Not a lot of grip. Excellent job on inner clip 1. I like the way he feints it into outer zone 3. She was like confident, floated right in there. Definitely someone who has progressively gotten better.
Alright, that was kind of loud. So, BMW driver, I
It's
like.
your people.
It's
It's your
my
people.
peoples. It's my peoples. So actually, the sound of my people too. The S54 turbo. But anyway, so I think that was a good run. I always mention, how chaseable it was, and that was a very good, smooth run. I love how he transitioned from a touch and go to outer zone 3. Like the way how he just launched into it and really applied that pressure and entered aggressively. I really, really enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
missed most of outer zone 2, so I don't know what he did there.
I was gonna say, if you notice, if you are a drift fan and a driver, and you're really watching the technique these guys use, some of them are picking up throttle early and driving into the zone and through the zone. Some of the guys are chucking it very heavily and floating into the zone and then grabbing throttle. Both ways are cool. Both ways still keep momentum, but how they use the technique is kind of a different way about it. So a score of a 70
70, yeah, for right
in this
now.
round time.
Yep. Up next, we have Wesley Stump, another stock Z on nitrous. I think TJ Hunt started a trend last year into just drifting bone stock VRs on nitrous, and it's been working. I think like 3 or 4 different Z's on nitrous were at some point in HOTPIT.
Stump has been doing a great job today in practice. I was watching him earlier. And then shout outs to his brother, Nick Stump.
Yeah.
Great photographer.
One of
I
our
was just
media.
looking at some of his stuff. Yeah, one of our media guys. So, Wesley Stump about to send it in the Z. I like that.
Ooh.
Quick handbrake, a little bit of left foot brake, or just grabbing the foot brake to slow the front end down. Nice angle on the end of the wall right there. Really enjoyed watching that. Little puff of the fireball there. See how he went really wide and got on throttle early going into zone 2. I feel like that'll be rewarded really nicely, but then doesn't fulfill all of outer 2. Great job on the inner clip, how he just kissed it and drove past it with angle. Doing a great job of getting to outer 3, but a little bobble towards the end and a little shallow.
Yep.
So a couple things to clean up in different areas. Really enjoyed some of that and just a few bobbles here and there.
I think this had to be one of the faster runs of the night. It was fairly quickly in comparison to many. He was full throttle in, and I wish I had a clock, but at least he must have been like about 1.5 seconds or 2 seconds faster than the other.
Riley, are we 40 online?
Come on, right?
30-30?
Yep.
Yeah?
Come on, eat the mic. Hop over here.
Eat the mic, bro. Eat the mic.
I want to get pushed.
You saw that?
Yeah. Forever.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Get in that.
Yeah. So.
You gotta crouch down a little bit. All right,
Oh.
there
No,
we go.
no one can
Hey,
see you.
hello.
There you are. What do you what are you weighing the heaviest on?
So I'm judging style. So style overall of the run. One thing with style though is if you're not in the zone, you're gonna score extremely low or get a 0 through that sector, because you can have style anywhere throughout the course, right? Just like you could have angle. But if you're not in the right area, you shouldn't be rewarded for trying.
Interesting.
Maybe trying isn't the right word, but we want people to be aggressive, up high on the wall, in the touch and go. You've seen a lot of people are kind of passing by that touch and go, so it's affecting some scores. And then the guys that are hitting it, we got pretty solid high scores.
What
for those.
is the average score lost if they don't get the touch and go? Are they losing like 5 on line? Are they losing?
I don't know how Line and those guys are critiquing it, because we're basically judging everything individually. We're not going back and forth saying, "Oh, did you see this or that?" We're taking it for what we see. So in my case, like if they miss the touch and go, even if they're full sending it but nowhere near it, then that's a 0.
Some got a 65.
Mm-hmm.
You got a 65.
Yeah. So some people, people are still getting scores right, even though they're missing, say, all of outer zone 3. So it is what it is. It should be a lot of great battles tomorrow, though, either way.
Copy.
Doesn't matter how you qualify at HOTPIT. It's who shows up tomorrow.
Yep.
And so we got Riley Cahill right, or not? You're talking. Cahill. I always say Cahill. Doesn't matter. Never change it. Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. So
Oh my
right,
God.
I was gonna say, Riley, Riley Mercado.
Yeah.
Apparently, well, I think we'll just leave that part out of the story. He tuned his car.
Yeah. No, you know what?
However, he
No,
tuned his car.
Tell him the story.
Apparently, he street tuned it on the way here.
Well, he blew his engine at HOTPIT. Actually, he and Pablo Carrera blew their engines together, basically. And he rebuilt it for this round. He street tuned it, and this is his very first lap. Of the
So
day.
we are giving him a quick sight lap, practice lap. And then he is going to go straight into his qualifying lap right now.
Yeah.
So we try to be forgiving
Yeah.
to those. Like he literally, while qualifying was happening, drove in with
Yeah.
his rig
Yeah.
and was like, "Hey, I'm here." They're like, "Unstrap it. You need to hurry up and get out there."
Yep.
So that was legit. He's probably been rushed into a panic to get there and get ready. So let's see his qualifying run right here with his dude KA.
KA Turbo.
KA for all you KA fans right there. 4-cylinder turbo, still using the old pickup truck engine. Let's see what he's got. And I do like his style, but he's black on black.
Okay.
Yep, handbrake entry, decent on the wall, nice and smooth. Tiny bobble, floating through it. Got his maybe back bumper at the tip of the zone. I don't know if they'll give him full points on that. Floating into outer zone 2. Smooth on throttle. Think he's being safe by outer or inner clip 1. Cruising through outer zone 3. Safe run overall. Nothing amazingly impactful except for the 360s. Copying me. Nice.
540, bro.
Yep.
Damn.
Those are always worth extra 10 points.
Yep. I mean, being his second run of the day, I think he did very well. You said it. You know, it was a safe score, safe run. It is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get him into the show. Nothing uberly exciting, but safe enough to be able to compete.
Yep.
Yep.
I wonder if they're going to send Tony over here so we can shove his face in the mic. Good run.
Let me see,
And his little, what's his test partner? Jesse Ortiz? Not making it this one. Those guys would always rip together. Spencer White up. I think Spencer showed up late too. Didn't get as many practice laps. Let's see. Riley Mercado with a 57.16. So points on the board. Safe run. Probably be somewhere mid-pack. So currently we only have 1-0. Jake Gonzalez.
All right, I have the stretch.
Stretchy stretch.
Bro, I'm getting old.
Somebody just fall behind us?
Most likely.
Sounded wild. So Spencer White, known for having a low horsepower engine, but always with the gangster wall rides.
Yep.
Let's see what he brings to the table tonight. A little bit of a clutch kick into a handbrake with a little bit of left foot brake, and you can see his lights. There it is. There's that wall ride. Like I said, nice on that. Good job going through. Oh my God! I'm not gonna say good job on anything anymore.
All right, Gary.
Hey,
All
don't
right,
park it
Gary.
right there, bro. Spencer, you can't park there. I was supposed to tell that to Cameron earlier. Also, by the way, Cameron Moore did wreck into the wall earlier, so we're hoping that he gets his Corvette fixed and can bring it out here tonight.
Man, you know what? Spencer was having a very good run. Very, very nice glued to the wall run. And oof, you know,
Oof.
that power alley just got him. I think he's still learning how an LS engine feels.
So the last
Yeah.
round, I gotta tell the story. The last round, his dry shaft broke like in half.
Yeah.
Something wild happened, and Brandon Wicknick was going up against him, and I was watching Brandon Wicknick's video. He's like, "Oh man, my competitor just went down. Let's go over there and see if we can help him." So he went over there and just started helping with whatever he could. Like the whole drift community back there was cutting up extra dry shafts, seeing what they could do to just tube it and sleeve it, and made it come together. So what did Brandon get?
So
Or,
he
not
got a
Brandon.
36
Spencer.
with a 0.
36 with a 0.
Yep.
So he acquired 36 points up until that point of where he made a mistake.
Yep. And this is Sandera Kennedy, another Pro 2 driver, prospect. Dang,
Yep.
I always friggin' say that.
Zendara with one of 3 female drivers that are
Yep.
with us. And she qualified first, I believe, at round 2.
First round, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so she is familiar with a good wall ride. But she told me she's been fighting front suspension toe plates. But I think she figured it out. Nice. Nice. Picking up all the points, all the way across through there. Good transition. Picking up throttle pretty early. I like where this run's going.
Ooh, very well done.
Yep, got the whole car in the entire box. Let's see this transition. Could have been about a foot closer, but good and quick through there, right into outer zone 3. I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty good score.
High 70s for sure. I think we are back to the high scoring.
Yep.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, came in confident. Pretty good for only having a few laps. She missed like literally the first half of practice and was like, hey, I'm trying to do the alignment on the car
Yeah.
right now. We found some problems.
Yep. Our only female Canadian driver. That's awesome.
You're reaching there.
How so?
Only female Canadian?
No.
Well, the other one-
She's our only Canadian driver and our only female driver. Or no, actually no. 1 out of 3 females.
That's what I was saying you were reaching.
There you go. Oh yeah, I mean.
I was like, are we going to say that Shelly Henson is our only Ohio? Is it Ohio?
Utah, no?
Utah. No.
No.
They're one state up.
Idaho.
I always mix those two up. Always mix
Idaho.
up.
Potato.
Same.
Potato, tomato,
And then
same difference.
Nanami, our
Japan.
only Japanese female driver.
There you go, you see?
Reaching.
Yeah.
All right, we got a graphic up. It says 84.26, so back into the 80s with Zendara.
That was good.
84, good high qualifying run.
Dude, that puts her high up top, like top 5. 100%.
You're doing math?
Something like that.
Sweet. All right, again, if you guys don't recognize this car, what drift fan are you? You must be a new drift fan.
Oh, yeah.
This car is just one of the absolute favorites amongst most people in our hearts. But let's talk about the driver. Dude's an absolute ripper.
Yoshiki Tani. He started driving about a year and a half ago. He came
How'd
from
you
the
say it?
Yoshiki Tani.
Yoshiki?
Yeah, Yoshiki Tani.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Dude, he is definitely learning how to rip in this car. I saw some practice laps earlier, and I was like, this dude has been practicing. A little bit off the wall, but full confidence. He is just leaving a blazing trail through here. This dude has definitely upped his game every single lap. So this is someone to definitely watch. Love the throttle commitment. Inner clip, great job. Big flick into outer zone 3, but a little bit too hard as he missed it. Could have been a few feet later, but dude, he is just someone to watch. His driving ability. I do believe he does professional road racing
Yep.
in Japan.
So he came from the road racing world. He started drifting a year ago, something along those lines. And I mean, I think, as a matter of fact, his first comp was with us.
Yeah.
And we saw that and we were like, ooh, who is this guy? Ooh, it wasn't as great. But now he's a different animal.
Yep,
This
and
guy is killing it.
He has been practicing up at Willow Springs with Taka Ono.
Yep.
Old school Formula D driver. That dude is a great teacher. Drift School USA. So him and just all the people that he teaches up there have definitely. He's got like a niche amount of clients,
Yeah.
students,
Yeah.
and a lot of them are rippers. They really take their time to teach and go in depth of competition
Yeah.
driving. So I'm glad that has Taka out here. I see them walking the track, going over
Yeah.
all this stuff, and I know that he's definitely taking it serious. Right,
Definitely.
and that's what's really cool.
And Yoshiki, not only that, on top of that, you know, he's a great road racer.
Mhm.
He's actually backed up by some amazing brands. Actually, HKS, Team HKS is here today.
His score is a
Yeah.
44, so 44 for Yoshiki.
Yep.
Definitely was a good run, but going into outer zone 3 was definitely hurt that top score. So now, Cody Brightonstein. He's got-
crashed last round.
He has crashed.
He's crashed the last two
two
rounds.
rounds in a row. I am hoping he gets through this, and he's crashed and hit that same wall twice.
Yeah.
So he has taken that over to Race Club Fabrications to get it pulled. Tim, our what was start line last year, he's now our tech manager. He's working on this car, had his hands in there. So here he goes, handbrake initiation, on throttle, a little bit of rev limiter, or a lot of bit of rev limiter. Jamming through, good suspension work, working the heck out of third gear probably. A little bit nervous going into outer zone 2 at the beginning, but he's you can see the front wheels. He's kind of locked in and dialed. Late transition, misses the inner clip, but he's floating quick into outer 3. I like what he's doing with 3. You can definitely see he's committed. I can see that he's definitely left foot braking to work his way out there. I gave him a little bit of that advice earlier on like where to look and possibly left foot braking just to pick up some easy points. So
The initiation was pretty gangster. I mean, he definitely went very close to the wall very early, and he rode that wall at least 75%. Then he just kind of stepped out a little bit, positioned himself well for a very fast power alley, and went into outer zone 2 very clean. It was an easy lead.
halfway through our field here.
We are more than half.
We are more than halfway through our field. And Mr. Ben Hobson's coming up. He's going to warm up his tires. I was going to say, I'm just looking at this dock that I just now drank. And I don't know. I got some work to do tonight, and it'll be hard to sleep.
I know.
I usually don't always try to drink them too late at night because they'll get you amped up for sure.
Cody with a 55.
55, Cody.
Yeah. Brings him to a little bit on the lower side.
Yeah, definitely on the lower side.
Yep.
But good safe run. You know, I mean, dude, when you've got literally 2 wrecks on the same wall, you're probably going to take it a little bit easy.
Yep.
But this guy, traveling over here, Mr. probably has the most #1 qualifying, first place qualifier of the country right now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who's qualified first place this many times.
And he just won Pro Spec.
Yeah.
He just got
Pro Spec
crowned.
champion right there.
Yeah. I was talking to him earlier today, and I was like, dude, so how you feeling? How does it feel being, the champ? He's like, it's just another day, but I want to be a champion here too. So I was like, all right.
Another
baby.
day, another dollar. You guys can expect a very big run right now. Ben Hobson is definitely going for a first place qualifier. Big smoke show. Let's see this. Nice big transition into the bank. Just on the wall, rocking that pedal. You can hear he is flat out on the throttle. Very nice. Quick modulation. He's back on the gas in the outer zone too, and he is deep into there, making sure he's picking up all the points, going through his own smoke into inner clip 1 with a quick transition back to left foot brake in outer zone 3. Really put his car in the right places, and it's so funny and great that he had to go through his own smoke to get past inner clip 1.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Awesome freaking job, bro. Good
I
job.
think that's the #1 qualifier right there.
Yep.
That was pretty freaking wild.
Definitely roasted a whole set of tires right there. I think he drove over there to give one for his crews, and here's one for the boys.
Yep.
I think he's going to do a little left foot brake of the whole wall. Nice job.
That was a pretty freaking nice run.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You can see the commitment. There's a few things to pick out there, right? On the bank, he was on the wall, but he was like flat out throttle control.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the other drivers were on the wall, but you could hear them modulating. They weren't fully flat out. And then just the rest of the run, chucking it in, big angle. That dude is very confident in that S14 for sure.
Oh, 100%. And that's now his practice car.
Yeah,
Because
practice
he's
car.
driving for Team Odie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very curious what he's got for a score.
Ooh,
and here it
a
is.
90.
90.
#1 qualifier.
Yep. First 90 of the night. Great job. #1
Yep.
qualifier.
Very, very good.
Slow clap here. Cha, 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 cha,
Golf
cha,
clap.
cha, cha. Golf clap.
Golf clap.
Golf clap.
And we have Mr. Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson coming back to Hot Pit, coming back to play with us.
He's another Arizona boy, right?
Another
Arizona comes deep to Hot Pit.
Go fast. What is it? Go fast Arizona. Go fast AZ.
We may have to travel to Arizona.
I am good with that idea. I like
It's
it.
very hot over there, though. If you guys can bring out the shade, cool it off.
Dude, let's go either
That
in
would help.
February or October.
I've had some fun in Arizona.
Yeah.
Cool spot. Cool spot for sure. He's amping himself up. Let's see it. Let's go, boy.
Oh,
handbrake initiation right on the wall. These guys are definitely stepping up the wall rides right now, but he missed that touch and go. Kind of the same mistake that Elliott Bright did, but I don't know if it's 1 or 2 tires off. Just missed the negotiation going into outer 2. Nice confidence going into outer 3 though.
Yep.
Flew it in, flicked it in, good on throttle. That going into zone 2 is going to hurt him for sure.
I like that run. It was fast. I think he could have been a little bit more aggressive in the initiation. Now I know what you guys mean when you say, hey, we like it more flick than just e-brake. I actually feel it now since I'm seeing it in here. But the rest of the run was very fast, very fluid. Could have been a little bit deeper in all of the zone.
Yeah, well, he went too deep into zone 2. He
Oh,
was
that's true.
He was 2, maybe 3 tires off. So,
Yeah.
hopefully they don't dig him too bad on that. We'll see. But he definitely took out 2 cones. He was probably almost maybe 3.
Yeah.
Let's see. We are watching a late replay because we are live stream on our phone. A little bit late. We're checking that out right now. See how bad he went off. I feel like that mistake really is going to hurt him. Definitely was coming out gunning for it. 2 tires off for sure, and then a big bobble.
And scoring 60.
60.
Alex Anderson got 60.
All right. Only 2 tires off and got a 60. You could see that the rest of the run made up for that huge mistake right there.
So someone that we have not seen today is the Steele family. Neither Tarek or Clee Steele. And actually, that is who would be next if they were here, Mr. Tarek Steele. But since he is not here, we have Pablo Chavanov. We have Pablo. Actually, Miss Nanami Tsukamoto should have been going next, but I don't see her in line. I wonder what's going on. Actually, you know what? I didn't see her practice today.
No, I saw her do a lap.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just saw her do one
I
lap.
must have been crazy, but yeah, she should have been going.
Nanami out. Got it. So Nanami will be back tomorrow. She will be put into the very bottom of the points and have to do a deathmatch battle tomorrow. So another thing to quickly point out, all of our drivers do qualify in. That's why we do the whole points with a 0. So it puts them into deathmatch and they have to tandem battle, which is the deathmatch, to get their way back in.
Yep.
So here's someone we're excited for, Mr.
Pablo Chavanov.
Mr. Pablo. Don't mix him up with Pablo. It's
No,
Pablo.
Pablo.
This car makes about 1,100 horsepower, I've heard, but he has been having some throttle body issues. So hopefully it gets a clear run right now. Dude, that thing boogies when he hits the throttle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A little hesitant on the bank. You can see how quick it picks up traction as soon as he stabs the gas. And there's those, I think, those gremlins fighting back at him.
Yep. That's exactly what's going on. So his team did tell me that they were fighting those little issues.
Yep.
It was a throttle issue, right?
He's, from what I have understood, he's got an ECU from Ukraine. And he's our only Ukraine driver coming over here, which is really rad. And but yeah, so his ECU is from Ukraine, and there's not a lot of tuners over here that know how to unlock it, fully tune it, fully go through all of the steps of that.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason's happening, he's got a dual throttle body, electric throttle bodies, and they keep getting out of sync, is what he told me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so they're gonna have to figure that out at some point because that just sucks that it's hurting him that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be a 0, but he'll probably have some points. I'm sure he'll be in a death match tomorrow. But hey, he made it through the death match the last time.
He did.
Yeah, and he was in our top 16.
Yep.
So John Clarich up next. He's we've been borrowing his tow truck for some of our rounds.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure what's happening in the background. I thought that John was doing a burnout, but it's
Nope.
not making smoke.
It's Mr. Pablo and John. I'm sorry, Pablo got 19.
19
19
with a 0.
With a 0.
Here we go, John. Handbrake up on the wall. Floating it. You can hear throttle coming in and out. Definitely more of a street car, kind of just like Jason Kim. I think he was actually doing street things outside the venue earlier.
Yep.
I asked him this. Maybe not, dude. all the street things outside the venue.
There you go. That was a nice run. That was a nice run.
And the 360 party has started.
Very nice. Yeah, that was a nice run. Very smooth. A little bit in the slower side of 2JZ singing, but a little quiet. Actually, he's a TV personality, right? He's been like in 2 or 3 TV shows.
I did not know this.
I think he was in Hyperdrive.
Weren't you in Hyperdrive?
I was going to be in Hyperdrive, but then I went on tour.
Oh, yeah?
So it was.
What were you on?
Which tour?
No, I thought you were on a TV show.
I was in a few. I was one with Matt Field.
Oh, in a
and-
few. I'm sorry.
But no,
TV star over here.
I was supposed to be in Hyperdrive, and then I had to go on a music tour for the people that know my alternate or my other life. And I kind of regret it. I wish I would have been in Hyperdrive. Man.
You'd have been famous.
All right, John Claridge, he got a 52. 52 for John Claridge. And a person coming that actually paid for the whole season, however, his cars were not running, is Mr. Richard Advani.
Richard Devon is an awesome guy. He does real estate. If you guys need to buy a house, definitely somebody you can call.
Yeah.
But upon that, outside of that, dude's got 2 ripping vets. And he almost ripped the front end off of that thing going up that wall.
Yeah, seriously.
He's got 2 badass vets. He was supposed to do pro spec, ran into some engine problems, and then had his car basically get torn apart so he can just come back strong. So glad he came back to finish out the round with us. So let's see what he's got. He's definitely a ripper. Good handbrake initiation, fast on throttle. Could be higher up in the wall, but I like what he's doing. Think he misses the zone. Good commitment here, taking the line really nice and wide. Allows him to get on throttle early. Lots of throttle commitment. Misses the inner clip. Good, strong commitment in outer zone 3.
Very. Crazy part is that he's only been driving for about, I think, a total of 3 years now. He got his Pro 2 license, Pro 2 license in his second year. No, I'm sorry, 4 years or something like that. But it was very short from the time he started drifting until he got his Pro Spec license.
A lot of facts that we have up here.
Yeah.
Very
Dude, we have to know a lot.
factually unfactual.
My goodness, I gotta drink water. Who's that? That's Mr. Bolin.
Mr. Don Bolin.
He's been out all the season also. Yep, I had to drink water. Definitely. So, but Richard, amazing guy as we mentioned, so we are glad to see him back over here with both of his Corvettes, his practice and his Pro Spec, which are actually the exact same specs, which is pretty cool. Richard Advani with a 67. 67, Mr. Richard Advani. Good stuff. Actually, that puts him right in the middle of the pack, even though he's actually hasn't been driving a lot, which speaks a lot of his skills. Now we have Don Bolin. As we have some young drivers, we actually have one of our most mature drivers of the season over here. Very good wall ride. Okay. He initiated a little low, however, he started going up towards the end, going into the power alley. Nice transition, very smooth and strong. Very, very nice early throttle initiation into it and filling in outer zone 2 very, very nicely. All right. He almost overshoots the touch and go, and because of that and that line placement makes him go a little too early into outer zone 3. I'm sorry, too late into outer zone 3. Not really placing him in the right place. But I believe he got some nice scoring in the first 60% of the track. So we'll see what the judges say, what they deem, any mistakes and faults. But overall, the first 60% it was good. And if I am not mistaken, we only have 4 more drivers to go till all of qualifying is done. So it is a long night. It's almost 12 o'clock at night over here in California. For everybody who is with us live, thank you. For the East Coast guys, it's almost 3 in the morning for you. So thank you for your support. For all of Cali, amazing to have you guys here. And Mr. Bolin has a 39. 39 for Don Bolin.
Reminds me of that song for some reason. Don Babalina. I don't know why. Dude, Don's the nicest guy.
He is. I freaking
Don
love him.
Shredda. You guys got to check out his Instagram. Don Shredda.
Yep.
Dude's just freaking cool.
Another entrepreneur. He's got a remodeling business, home remodeling business.
Mm-hmm.
So I called him and he gave me some awesome quotes. So, yep, I recommend him. So up next we have Brian Nemo.
Brian Nemo with the truck.
The only truck that we have
What
at
is that
HOTPIT
there? The Tacoma?
is a Tacoma X Runner.
What's in the cooler?
I have no idea.
There is something in that cooler, and I hope it's some cold something. Like, is there cold beer in
Some
there?
cold dogs.
Some cold docks? Like, because I'm down for a dock bomb after this. It's been a long day.
Oh my gosh, dude. I've been up like 16 hours by now. Or more.
You should take naps.
Yeah.
So, love having a truck in here. I've given him some advice. I really feel like he needs to put a little bit more weight in the back of there, but he told me that he has put some weight in the back of that truck. So let's see how it does. He has been having some troubles in practice today, though. He was cutting out. Sounds like he's burning
Still
up
cutting
second
out.
gear right now. That is some mad rev limiter.
Oh, they beat a tire? Or no?
Whew.
That's all limiter right there.
Yeah.
There's something going on.
Yeah, this truck has a 2J or 1J in it.
2J. And that does not sound like a 2J
Yeah.
right now. There is some nasty cutting happening in there.
You know, it was a full pull.
And they beat a tire as well. The beat a tire plus some throttles.
I just want to know what's in the cooler. Oh, so Brian Nemo owns an axe shop down the street.
Yep.
What is it called?
Axe Slayer.
Axe Slayer?
Yep.
Yep. So we got to get our facts straight up here. But yeah, he does
Yeah.
own an Axe Slayer shop down the street from the San Bernardino Orange Show Speedway. So if you guys want to check that out, you can go chuck some axes.
As a matter of fact, he is giving away a few free passes tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he donated a few goodies to give away, and that's that. Mr. Brian Nemo with a 29. 29 Brian Nemo. And then another pro spec driver, Sean Illingworth. I was actually watching his runs this past weekend at Utah, and he was driving super aggressive. He was driving super aggressive in
I got to
Utah.
run with Sean.
Did you?
Yeah, that was the video we first put up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
At the beginning, yeah. So
Yeah.
I got to do a lead and chase with him. Yeah, he, he's one that always drives with TJ Hunt. Those guys get a lot of practice together. This dude's definitely an absolute ripper. I don't know how well his pro spec season went, but he's definitely done a pretty good job here. Nice run up, a little bit of wheel slip, handbrake initiation, high on the wall. Nice job on outer one. You can see his tail light reflecting. Picks up all the points as far as line goes. Quick transition on throttle early going into outer zone 2. Floating on off throttle a little bit. Good run overall. Definitely picked up all the line points. I think he's going to be deducted on a few bobbles and the throttle commitment.
Yep, I think we're back into the high 70s, low 80s with this run, which is a good thing. You mentioned, you know how his pro spec season went. I was actually talking to his teammates, and they were having a lot of supercharger issues in the beginning of the season.
And it's a different car, right?
No, this car.
For pro spec?
No, this one.
This car?
Yeah,
Same car?
This is pro spec car, They were battling superchargers, I guess.
Doesn't he have a red car?
all season long. Yeah, the red car is another stock nitrous. This one is supercharged LS. Other things making close to 800 horsepower. So yeah, they finally fixed it, and for the very first time in Utah, they mentioned that they had a very, very good day. So Sean Illingworth with an 87. Yeah, 87 for Sean. That is amazing. So we almost went 90s. Actually, that puts him into one of the top
Wow.
3, if I'm not mistaken.
I honestly didn't think it was going to be that high of a run. I definitely love the commitment and the line,
Yep.
but I thought he was going to get dinged harder as far as bobbles, or not bobbles, but the throttle commitment.
Yeah.
I thought would have hurt him a little bit more. But hey, moving on, Dmitry Brutsky. I was in Utah, and me and him have been pitted a lot together this year for whatever reason. And he came up to me and said, "Hey Jeff, I'm driving next week." I was like, "Oh yeah? Nobody told me." I was like, "You better register." I was like, it's like a sold out field. We only have guest drivers, so I was able to get him in. But definitely excited to see this dude come out here and rip it. What is hanging off the front of his car? Is there like some couple little antennas? What is that?
That's exactly what I'm looking at.
Are those GoPros?
So he has no hood, and yeah, there's something's going on.
Okay. Well, this dude is absolute ripper, and dude, just a gentleman.
He is.
He's really nice. He's always got his kids running around. He's in here in his motorhome. Someone I'd definitely like to get to know a little bit better. Seems like a really cool dude. Just haven't had the time to chat with him that much.
And that's another Michael Essa car.
Is it?
We have 2 Michael Essa cars in here.
Two Michael Essa, a Pro Spec champion. Nice. Big flick entry, right on the wall, hard on the gas, banging rev limiter, a little bit of a bobbles. I think he missed the zone, but this is an aggressive run. Very nice. Good fluidity, going into outer zone 2. Commitment, tires, front tires you can see are kind of locked in place of what he's trying to do. Very good job going into outer zone 3. Absolute ripper. And of course, the 360 party. I'm going to have to go do a run real quick. This is just making me itch.
Yep. Bro, I think those little things were his hood. They actually, it seems like it broke or something. That was a very good run. Besides that early exit in outer zone 1, the rest of the run was absolutely on point.
Yeah.
So that's gonna get dinged a little bit, but other than that, it was freaking beautiful.
I love how everyone is in party mode out here. That was Dimitri's first time coming out to Hot Pit, and he's already doing freaking 360s, Bernies over here. It's just a thing. And look at the smoke now.
Dude. And he explicitly said that he was coming here to give everybody hell.
Yep, and we have got 2 minutes to get through this, so we got to hurry up.
Yep, before the cops come and shut us down.
So here is the very last run of the night. This is Mr. Cameron Moore. He got the vet fixed.
He did.
So he put that thing into the wall earlier. He said he just went to initiate really hard, and the front kind of washed out on him. But here we go. This dude went and put in some work, ready to rip it.
Dmitry Brutsky with an 82.
Nice job. Did you think it was going to be higher? I thought it was going to be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
It's very hard to call. When you're not just judging and analyzing and you're just sitting here kind of talking too much, it's different ways. But let's see, Mr. Cameron Moore, old school Formula D driver, got that car back. You can see the front right is completely missing as he put that in the wall and had to fix it. This is probably his, no. This is probably his 6th lap in this car. It's in its entirety since he's put it together. He had a couple of, he had 2 good laps that I watched earlier. Again, the other driver that I followed, and unfortunately did tap his front right wheel. And I put a little boo-boo crack in it. My bad. I'm sorry. I have my pro car out and I'm trying to drive with these dudes on 300 tread wear. I was able to pick some tires up, but I wasn't able to mount them in time. So such a huge difference in 300 tread wear 265 tire that we run versus the 295 4018 GT radios that I have on my car.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
big difference. So that was our last qualifier of the night. We'll see what his score is right now. Of course, he got a 0. He'll be in death match tomorrow. So show, if you guys are coming out tomorrow, opens up. Gates open to the public at 12 p.m., 12 noon. We're going from 12 to 7 tomorrow. And judges, how we doing? Cool.
So he got a 19 with a 0.
19 with a 0.
So officially, first, number 1 qualifier, Ben Hobson. Number 2, Dustin Farrell. Third, Sean Illingworth. Fourth, Josh Mason. And fifth, Margaritis Katsanidis.
Yep, definitely some familiar faces up top. Zendara in 6th place, Rome Charpentier in 7th, Dimitri Bruschi coming in 8th, Kyle Mohan coming in 9th place with a score of an 80, and Sam Megumi rounding out the top 10 with a 77.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this was qualifying for HOTPIT Autofest round 5. Jeff and I are tired. We're gonna go drink a beer. Well, most likely I'll drink a whiskey. But from there, we're gonna go to sleep because we have to wake up early tomorrow.
Drink
and
my
do it all over
dreams.
again.
All right, again, tomorrow gates open at 12 o'clock. I know it's going to be a packed house tomorrow. It's our season finale. It's going to be awesome. So there's a code to get $5 off. You got to find it. Check some of our drivers' Instagrams, and you'll find that. Rolling early. We are having an autograph session at 3 o'clock. The first 500 people that get into the gates will get a poster free to that. Hey, we got drones out there. What's up, drones? There's no GoPro on that.
No, but look, we can see yourselves in
Oh,
here.
dang.
Look
That's
at
cool.
that.
Check that out. So, yeah. See you guys tomorrow. And luckily, we will not have to be announcing. We'll have Gary King and Chris Miller doing the normal thing.
Yep.
And coming at you. Thank you guys very much. This was entertaining. Awesome job.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Soundstripe.